Hello students, welcome to my channel. Hope your studies are going well. This video is specially designed for students of Standard 10. It focuses upon one of the most important topics of grammar, that is change the voice. I have taken some sentences from lesson number 3, first flight. The lesson is two stories about flying, part 1 and part 2. I have explained how you can change sentences from active voice to passive voice. So it is very helpful for MCQ type exercise. So I request you to watch the video till end. So let's begin with converting the following sentences into passive voice. These sentences have been taken from part 1, his first flight. Sentence number 1. He felt the heat because he had not eaten anything since the previous nightfall. Now let us convert into passive voice. The heat was felt by him because nothing had been eaten by him since the previous nightfall. Here we need to remember that we should not change the tense when we convert into passive voice. Here it is past perfect. So we have also here taken past perfect and we have to make the required changes. That is, we need to replace the position of subject and object. Then second sentence, only his mother was looking at him. Answer, he was being looked at by his mother only. Now here many times my students get confused whether we should use here the preposition at or we shouldn't use, but we should remember that if the preposition is given with the verb then we need to use it, otherwise the sentence will be incorrect. Let's take sentence number 3. He saw his two brothers and sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. Let us convert into passive voice. His two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks were seen by him. So here we have made the change. He saw his two brothers. It has been changed into were seen by him. So in this way, here also you can see that we should not change the tense. So it means it is in past tense. So we have used here were seen. Now let us take next sentence. His mother had picked up a piece of fish. Let us convert in passive voice. A piece of fish had been picked by his mother. So here you can see it is past perfect and that's why we have used here past perfect. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. Then he was seized by a monstrous terror and his heart stood still. So here also it is past tense, the word seized. That's why we have used here he was seized. Now sixth one, he answered her with another scream. She was answered with another scream by him. He answered her, it means she was answered with another scream by him. Now and again, she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. Now and again, a piece of fish that lay at her feet was torn by her and then each side of her beak was scraped on the rock. So here you can see that she tore at a piece of fish. A piece of fish that lay at her feet was torn by her. So here also we have used past tense because it is past tense. Now let us take seventh. The sight of the food maddened him. He was maddened by the sight of the food. He felt that his wings would never support him. It was felt by him that he would never be supported by his wings. So here we can see here there are two parts in a sentence. One is he felt and second one is his wings would never support him. So we need to remember that we need to change both the verbs. He felt will be changed into it was felt by him and wings would never support him. It will be changed into he would never be supported by his wings. The next one, he could hear nothing. Nothing could be heard by him. 10th one, he had made his first flight. His first flight had been made by him. Now we'll see some of the sentences from part 2, the black aeroplane. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. My old Dakota was being flown over France back to England. Here we can see I was flying has been changed into was being flown. So you need to remember whenever we use continuous tense we have to use BEING form and here it will be V3 form. Let us see second one. I saw the lights of a big city in front of me. The lights of a big city were seen in front of me. So here it is saw past tense. That's why we have used here again past tense. Were seen. The voice from the radio answered me immediately. I was answered immediately by the voice from the radio. Next one. He knows that I am lost. It is known to him that I am lost. Here also many a time students get confused whether they should use to or by. But we should remember that we use by, the preposition by, when we have the doer of the action, when the action is done. But here action is not done. That's why we have used here to. Next one. I could not see it anywhere. It could not be seen anywhere by me. Can you hear me? Can I be heard by you? So here we can see that it is in the form of interrogative and we need to remember that in passive voice again it should be interrogative sentence and that's why we will use the question word in the beginning. Next one. I wanted that breakfast. That breakfast was wanted by me. Eighth one. Suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of lights in front of me. Suddenly, I came out of the clouds and two long straight lines of lights were seen by me in front of me. Now here I have written by me in bracket because it is understood. So it is not necessary to write, it is optional. Here the preposition of is missing, so let us put it. Let's take next one. No other aeroplanes were flying tonight. No other aeroplanes were being flown tonight. So were flying has been changed into past continuous tense were being flown. Next, yours was the only one I could see on the radar. Yours was the only one that could be seen by me on the radar. 11th, so who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio? So, by whom was I helped to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio? So, we need to remember that we need to change interrogative into interrogative and always remember if the question word is who, then we need to make it by whom when we convert it into passive voice. So, I hope you have understood how to convert active voice into passive voice. In MCQ type, there will be some options, 3 to 4 options, and you have to choose the correct option. So in this way, this exercise will be very helpful to you in MCQ type questions. Hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe my channel so that you can get my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching the video.